For the next few hours, nothing exists except for Cleveland high school sports. Because the Quad Brothers are here. Outlaw!
What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the Quad Brothers Sports Show. My name is Kevin Hanley. Got my peoples in the building with me. Got the homie Eli Robinson.
What up?
Got the homie Phil Rucker.
Salutations.
Reggie Reg is out tonight celebrating the little homie RJ's birthday. Happy birthday, RJ.
Happy birthday.
It's going down, man. 1:21 left in the second half. Duke 66, Michigan State 65.
Woo! Come on, State.
Hey, man. Michigan State ain't no joke, giving the boys a run of the money. So, 3 of your Final Four are set. We have Virginia, Auburn, right? Virginia, Auburn, and Texas Tech.
What?
Seriously now, if you would have said that at the beginning of the season that 3 of the Final Four teams would have been Virginia, Auburn, or Texas Tech, I don't know if many people would have believed you. Maybe with Virginia, because Virginia was in the Final Four last year. I'm sorry, Virginia was the number 1 seed last year. Damn sure wouldn't have believed Texas Tech.
Or Auburn.
And Duke is looking to make it, looking to make the Final Four complete. So we'll talk about that. The Browns' projected win total, jumped 3 games. 3 games. So that will be what, 10-6?
10-6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That will be respectable. You know what I said? I need to see double digits.
To win the AFC North, you need at least 12 wins.
I'm telling you, man, that division is not going to be as easy as people think it's going to be.
Oh,
it's
crap.
not.
68-66, Michigan State.
What's
66. 39 seconds left in the game.
Yeah.
8 seconds left.
Yes.
Zion or RJ, y'all going to make it happen or no? Just asking. Shout out to the UConn women's basketball team. Their 12th straight Final Four.
Really?
Absolutely dominant. That whole program. Absolutely dominant. Want to give a quick shout out as well to Destiny Leo of the Eastlake North Rangers. She recently committed to Cleveland State. I gotta say, I was a little shocked at that. To be perfectly honest,
I'm shocked too.
I was a little shocked at that because I was certain that the big dog was gonna come calling this her being her senior year. I was certain of it, but she something about Cleveland State. She liked it. I'm not mad at it. I'm not hating. I'm just saying I'm a little surprised. Personally, I might have waited to see who else is going to come calling, but hey, if she wants to go there, if she can somehow, some way resurrect that Cleveland State program, hey, more power to her. She's got the goods, that's for sure. 14 seconds left, still 68-66 Michigan State.
Crap. I'm going to have a bad week, man.
It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be wonderful.
This tournament has been, it's like the tournament is like this every year, but this tournament has been really fun from what I've seen. I haven't seen much of it, but from what I've seen, it's been really fun. Really fun tournament. And if Duke goes down,
oh, it's gonna be wild. It's gonna be crazy.
But honestly, even if you're Duke, there's no shame in losing to Michigan State.
No, not at all.
Coach Izzo had them boys ready every single week, every single night. I mean, Coach Izzo had them ready. So no shame in losing to Michigan State. Michigan State is a 2 seed, Eli. So you know.
Yeah, I know.
It's not a 1 and a 13. You know what I mean? Michigan State is a 2 seed. So
even if Duke loses, I'm gonna still roll with Michigan State.
10 seconds left. 66-68 Duke. 66-68 Michigan State still. Sorry. So we got that. So the Indians took the L today. Yeah. No. Now I did not get a chance to hear the show last week. Did we discuss Paul Dolan or no?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
We discussed Paul Dolan last week, but then we didn't discuss what he said on Monday. He literally
I
came.
miss
He
what
literally came out with something else on Monday. He came out with a interview, I believe. Was this the Sports Illustrated? Because he's done 2 interviews.
I told you.
Right. He did one with the Athletic.
Yeah, and he did another one with Sports Illustrated. Let me pull it up real quick. I think I still got it.
Told you,
here.
Eli. I told you, man. They're not paying that kid. They're not doing it. Oh, I missed that. I gotta say this. I'm sure you guys talked about it. Parents, teach your sons to play baseball, man.
Oh yeah,
teach your sons to play baseball.
We definitely. Yeah.
Mike Trout. See, what happened was the Angels heard Bryce Harper yapping about getting Mike Trout to come to Philly.
Open that pocketbook wide up. Was like, oh really?
Yeah, Artie was like, nah, B. Here's what we gonna do. What we not gonna do is let Mike Trout walk to Philadelphia. Go ahead and take this $430 million, Mike, and be good.
You know, we came to the conclusion. I would love to get your thoughts on this. We came to the conclusion that not many people were playing baseball. We had looked, simply just how this generation is with the Instagram and the Twitter and all that stuff. Kev, these baseball players, they only got like 1 million followers. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we were looking at, LeBron. He's got, I think, like at least 15 million followers and everything. And Red said it best. Baseball has a swag problem. Like, they are so quiet and so unassuming about it.
It's the dumb, unwritten rules. Like, you hit a home run, and you just have to jog around the base pad.
Right, tradition.
You can't show any kind of emotion. You can't do if you do what Joey Bats did when he hit the home run and flip your bat. The next time up, you're gonna get plunked. It's those dumb, unwritten rules of baseball. Ooh, 6 seconds left. 68-66 Michigan State.
Yes. I'm feeling it.
Barrett need to hit a 3. Somebody need to hit a 3 on that Duke squad. Or actually, no, get a 2, man. Get 10 overtime. All he needs to. Duke dead ball team rebound. Okay.
And yes, I am enjoying this because of the simple fact that my Final Four is just shot. It's completely
RJ
shot.
Barrett made a free throw, 68-67.
Go away, RJ. We don't want you. We don't like you.
Are we going for the second one? We going for the second free throw? So, no, yeah, baseball does have a swag problem because you can't have swag in baseball.
Right.
They don't let you have swag in baseball.
I mean, it's America's, oldest, game.
It's no longer American. But it hasn't been America's pastime for a long time.
But that was the crazy thing. We were looking. There was cricket. People who played professional cricket. Soccer, I can understand, yes. But cricket. There were players that play cricket that have more Twitter followers than baseball players.
Wow.
That's just like, who? What? Okay.
There is that's the thing. And the purists will say, well, I like it that way. In the pitcher, you shouldn't be showing up the pitcher. No, maybe the pitcher shouldn't be serving up fat balls over the plate that they can hit out of the park.
But here's the crazy thing, though. You're
final.
Killing
Michigan State 68, Duke 67.
Yes. Your bracket goes down right along with mine. Yes.
Well,
I love it.
Your Final Four: Auburn, Michigan State, Virginia, and Texas Tech are your Final Four.
Yes, I love it.
Well, go ahead, Cass. Start reaching out to Zion's people.
Please.
Go ahead.
And if it's not Zion, I'm not taking RJ. I'm taking
that kid from Murray State.
No, the kid from Texas Tech, Jared Culliver. His last name. That boy, he is a shooting guard. I think he's like 6'5", 6'6".
Okay.
Plays 2 ways. He needs a more developed jumper, more consistent part on his jumper, but he's not the volume scorer that RJ is. He's not the running and gun that RJ is.
Okay.
So I like him over RJ Barrett. I hope.
But what about the kid? Now, what about the kid from Murray State?
See, we talked about this last week, and the only thing that I can't see him in Sexton in the backcourt. I can on the offensive side of the ball because Sexton he can play off the ball. Now that he's actually developed a little bit of a jumper, he can play off the ball. Ja, he actually controls the offense a ton better than Colin Sexton. I mean, he averaged, I think, almost or at least 10 assists this season. So I think he would be a more traditional point guard. But they're both small, so, on the defensive end, you can't hide one of them or the other. They're both small, so, pick your poison. But I
let me just say this. Reggie Logan, you owe Colin Sexton an apology, sir.
I told him that last week.
You owe Colin Sexton an apology, sir. If you're listening, Reggie Logan, you owe Colin Sexton an apology, public apology. Maybe we'll do that next week. You owe him an apology, sir.
We
that young man got it in this year.
We talked about that. Yeah,
you owe him an apology, bro.
If it's a rookie of the year vote, I think he'll probably finish third behind Luka and Trey.
Yeah.
So
you owe Trae Young an apology, sir, Mr. Robinson.
So he did it. He
did his thing for a rookie. He did his thing for a rookie, man.
Season.
You owe Trae Young an apology, sir. Trae Young was averaging what the last for 10 or so games, like 25 points a game.
Trae Young over the last half of the season has to be averaging like 25.
I owe him a damn
yes,
thing.
you do.
Because he was averaging like 12 points a game the first half of the season. The second half, he's just been.
He was averaging about 25. Yes, you do,
Have
sir.
you okay? You
I don't care about the Hawks record
for 4 years. I've been doing this over 4 years.
I know.
You think I'm gonna give him a apology?
I will apologize because I was right along. I was right along the side of the boat. I was just like, "What? Who is this kid?
Yeah,
averaging 12 points a game. The dude is out there balling. He
balling
hitting
out
half
of
court
control.
shots, hitting Steph Curry looking shots, hitting James Harden step backs on people. Like he's out there balling for real.
Trey, Eli is sorry. Trey, Eli is sorry.
No, he's
I'm
not.
gonna say it for him. He's sorry.
No, I'm not.
No, he's
yes,
not.
he
No,
is.
I'm not.
Eli
I
is
will
sorry.
apologize for nothing, sir.
So I'll go ahead since you brought it up because, and I wrote this down because I wanted to get into it just because literally when was opening day? Opening day was Thursday, right?
Yeah.
So on Monday morning, Paul Dolan came out with an interview, and I believe it's with Sports Illustrated. If I'm not, excuse me, I can't remember because he had 2 interviews with one. But there's so many quotes in here. There's 3 quotes that we need to talk about here. The first one, Paul Dolan said, "Probably the day we hand out a $300 million contract is when everybody else is handing out $1 billion contracts." So, which necessarily means that Francisco Lindor, if he asks for $300 million, he's not going to get that from the Indians.
Forget about it.
Let me comment on Paul Dolan. You know, listen, the fans, we pay your damn salary. We go down to the ballpark and we spend and spend and spend on merchandise and on tickets and on tickets and everything. We pay your damn salary. So I don't want to hear no crap about, oh, we can't afford this. We try to cut costs and everything. If you know what, sell the damn team.
Here's the thing, though. I don't know if it's so much as that he can't afford it. It's just so much as he don't want to pay that type of money. Like I honestly believe.
I mean, I know he can afford it.
From the reports that I've seen, the TV deal that he got with STO, the TV deal should be bringing in more money than the San Diego Padres did with their TV deal.
Right.
The San Diego Padres just handed out a $300 million contract to Manny Machado. So my question is, where is the money going, Paul? What are you doing with the money?
Eli, we've been telling you this for about 2 years.
I don't know, man. I was drinking the champagne in 2016, and I was all hype and everything. I didn't read between the lines.
They don't. It's really frustrating to be a fan of this team. They're not very good at Moneyball.
No, they're not.
They're just not good at it. The Oakland A's were good at it because they originated it. The Indians aren't good at Moneyball. They got to the World Series and it was choked away, and that, you got to give them a little credit for at least getting to the World Series. The Florida Marlins, if you're a team like the Florida Marlins, that system works. Like, they spend big money, they make a World Series, they win the World Series, and then they tear it all down and start all over again. I would be fine with that. I would be totally fine with that.
Ask Kansas City how they feel about that. That's the same thing they just did.
Yeah,
they got to that World Series. They
got their ring.
The only thing I don't understand about the Indians, like, you got to the World Series. Kansas City lost the World Series, and they saw that their window was wide open. And that next year, I don't think they doubled their payroll, but they added a significant portion to their payroll. They were like,
That's
okay,
what I'm saying,
we're
Phil.
going for it. And then as soon as they got it, they were like, cool, close the window, done.
That's what I'm saying, Phil. Like, bruh, after they went to the World Series and lost to Chicago, that next offseason they should have been like, man, listen, we need this, and we're gonna go and spend money to get it. We're gonna go and offer big contracts and we'll get it. And then if we get the World Series, we get the ring, then we can tear it all down and build it back up again. But that offseason should have been like, whatever we need to go do, whatever money we need to spend, as long as it's not too outrageous, whatever money we need to spend, we need to do that. And they didn't do that.
And as far as they kind of sort of did that, kind of sort of. They brought in.
Who know they brought in Donaldson?
Oh, I'm glad you said that because that'll bring me right to this next quote.
And all these other guys, and it's just
So
just one big name.
With another quote here, and this to me was the most egregious quote. I know people will. I'll get to the third quote in a moment. They kind of keyed in on that because it is terrible. Especially he said this like 3 days before opening day. I don't understand that, but. To quote him, he said, "No, I never foresaw us doing a deal like we did with Encarnacion." Do you know how much Edwin made? 3 years, $60 million.
See, that's so ridiculous. That's
3
so
years,
ridiculous.
$60 million. So you never saw committing $20 million to a player for a year.
It's so ridiculous
for 1
that
year.
team.
Really?
That's so ridiculous for that team.
What I understand the market you bought into. Back in, what was that, 1999?
Yeah.
But, bro, it's 2019.
Here's what they didn't anticipate. I'm convinced of this. They saw Jacobs Field in the mid-'90s and figured that would just keep going. They didn't anticipate the fact that the Browns were coming back in 1999. I believe a big part of the reason that the Indians – were selling out Jacobs Field because there was no football. We needed something. The Cavs were terrible.
Right.
The Cavs were terrible. We were watching Sean Kemp on his last legs and some of these other bums out there. Tyrone Hill, some of the other cats.
Hey, don't get them the Cavs I grew up with. Okay. Terrell Brandon, Tyrone Hill.
But they were bad.
Bobby Sura.
They were bad and they were bad and the Browns weren't here. And so the Indians were winning. The Indians were the only team in town worth rooting for.
But here's the crazy thing. The Indians back then were rock stars.
Yep.
They were rock stars. Jim Thome, Manny Ramirez, Albert Bell, Omar Vizquel, Roberto Alomar, Carlos Baerga, Kenny Lofton. Like, those were a rock star team. And we just don't have that. And the one rock star that we do have, you're getting ready to just let him leave.
They better at least trade him, man. You at least trade him.
That's what I'm hoping. Please, just if you're really after this year, if you're really not going to sign him, and you're really ready to slam the door on this era, trade him, trade Kluber, get something. Let's just rebuild because the thing that pisses me off the most is it wasn't just the after the World Series was over, after 2017, like literally last year, like. If you don't understand, we have literally the best rotation in baseball. 1, 2, and 3. At least Kluber and Bauer are number ones. Carrasco could possibly be a number one, depending on what team he's on.
Yep.
Let's not forget about Shane Bieber and Clevenger. Those are at least Shane Bieber is our 5. He could be a 3 on somebody else's team. You literally have this rotation. You destroy the bullpen. The outfield is atrocious. Yep. I don't even know who's out there. I've never even heard of these people.
Naquin.
Yeah, Tyler Naquin that can't hit a fastball.
That's the only person I know is Tyler Naquin.
Naquin and 2 other guys.
And the only reason I know Tyler Naquin is because of that inside the park home run. Besides that, what else have you done?
I was there for that game. That was great to see in person a couple years ago.
Yeah, like what else have you done since then?
It's hard. It's hard being a fan of this team, knowing that your owners, management of this team is unwilling to try and run with the big dogs. They're not willing to stick their necks out there and say, you know what, let's take a chance. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But let's at least take a chance. They're not willing to do that, and it's frustrating as a fan because you know that even if there's talent out there to be had. If they have to pay any kind of significant amount of money for that talent, they're not going to do it.
Which they're going to have to, because that's the way the market. Unfortunately, I know the owners hate it right now, but that's the way the market is set. That's the way the Players Association, they have bargained. The MLB has a very, very strong player association.
Absolutely.
They don't play when it comes down to their play. All that bull
Strongest in pro
crap
sports.
that y'all got going on in an NFL would never fly for the Major League Baseball. They'd be like, oh, okay, you want to do that? Cool, we going to strike. We going to see how your pockets happen.
The last time they went on strike was, 1994?
Yeah, and this is how they got.
I think it's going to happen again in 2021.
Oh yeah, they're definitely going. Yeah. Either there's going to be a lockout or there's going to be a strike. I don't know which one it is, but I can almost guarantee you there's going to be a work stoppage in baseball, because these contracts are getting sold to the realm of
owners
owners are just like, nah, I got to pay you almost $500 million to play baseball.
There will be a salary cap in baseball.
And there's going to be a strike before there's a salary cap.
I was going to say, because we might not have a baseball season at that. They're going to have to come to some agreement. Like, there's going to have to be a soft cap or something like the NBA, where you can go over the cap to spend, for your players and everything. But that hard cap that the NFL's having, that's not going anywhere.
I wonder, and I know they've had a salary cap for a while, but my thing is, maybe the person that negotiated that deal didn't anticipate salaries being what they are. But I would tell you this: if I'm an NFL player, I'm willing to go on strike to either get rid of the salary cap or have a soft cap like baseball does, because a hard salary cap limits the amount of money that I can make. Why would I want to be in a position that limits the amount of money that I can make?
Or at least give me some partial guarantee, like something. Like I'm out here.
I need to get at least 75% of my contract needs to be guaranteed.
I'm out here, so it's gonna have to be either that or it's gonna have to be some sort of cap, because I don't understand how, any player would go out there and
that's what I'm saying. When they keep renegotiating these deals, like DeMaurice Smith has been.
I don't know who their player.
The union, the players union head for.
I don't know how long.
Oh, a while, but I know he's been at least through a couple of these negotiations. I'm like, how do you keep letting the owners get away with this salary cap and non-guaranteed contracts? How do you keep letting them get away with that?
Who is their players rep? Because there would be no way. And I think this is what all the owners are in a panic about right now, especially in the NFL, because if you saw the reports, they're all just like, oh my God, this is setting a bad precedent for the NFL. This could lead down the road that we're not going to follow. And it's as much as I want to hate to say it, like this is why I feel like LeBron is just like one of the biggest things to ever happen in sports, period, because his influence has reached, I don't know if it didn't reach baseball, because I think baseball salaries were just going that way anyway, but it definitely has reached the NFL, because they're looking at these salaries that, especially in the NBA, you saw during free agency, I think it was a couple years ago, when Kevin Durant signed that contract, and people in the NFL, players in the NFL were looking like, wait a minute, these dudes getting hundreds of millions of dollars for just dribbling a basketball. So you mean to tell me we out here cracking skulls and everything, we can't even get $30 million guaranteed? Something is wrong here.
LeBron is the one that basically told players, you have the power. You have more power than the owners. They don't come to see the owners. They come to see you.
That was the crazy thing. That's why everybody was so pissed at when he said that on his show about that slave owner mentality. And then he followed it up with, he was in Antonio Brown's ear, because he asked Antonio Brown, he was like, yo, how much are you getting paid this year? And Antonio told him, I forget how much the number was, but it was something ridiculously low, probably like in the tens of millions of dollars.
Like Antonio Brown,
And LeBron was just looking like, dude, really? Like, that was your whole total contract? Like, I make that in a year. Like, what are you talking about? And I know that had to play into Antonio Brown. Like, yo, why am I still here in a situation that I'm unhappy in, that my quarterback keeps throwing me under the bus, and clearly nobody's going to do anything about it? Why am I playing for y'all?
I will never, ever, 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 ever begrudge a player for holding out. Ever. Even if it's a player on my team.
Ever.
Because
Le'Veon got that money.
Hey, people talking about Le'Veon lost. How? He got $30 million. He's a 28-year-old running back. He got $30 million guaranteed. How did Le'Veon lose?
Because they're stupid.
And he's going to New York.
Yeah.
I mean, he lost? No, I don't think so. I will never begrudge a player for holding out, because and this is what I keep trying to tell people about to people in this city whenever LeBron's name comes up. And they talk about, well, we don't like LeBron because he wasn't loyal. There is no loyalty in pro sports. There's no loyalty.
Not at all.
This is a business.
That's why you got to get as much money, get as much as you can when you can. And if you hot, if you the next big, that's why I'm glad Dwayne Haskins came out. Because Dwayne Haskins is hot right now. Cardell Jones should have came out when he was hot.
Yes, he should have.
He would have got a lot more money. Haskins is striking while the iron is hot. He may not be ready for the NFL, but he's gonna be a top 10 pick. Guarantee that.
Guarantee money.
He will be a top 10 pick and get a lot more money. You got to strike while the iron is hot. Le'Veon rolled the dice on himself, and he won, in my opinion. He got a $52 million contract with $30 million of it guaranteed. He's a 28-year-old running back. But see, he took a year off. That's one less year of wear and tear on his body. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, man. I will never begrudge a player for holding out, ever. Because as soon as these teams don't need you anymore, and as soon as these teams think that you can't help them anymore, you out of here. You are out of here. Sorry, we got to go on to the next. Bring the next guy in here. So, no, hey, man, get your money. Get your money. All right, man, we're going to take a break. We'll come back. We'll chop it up some more. Duke goes down. Michigan State beats Duke 68-67. Your Final Four is set. Auburn, Virginia, Texas Tech, and Michigan State. That's it, all right. Make Auburn, Virginia, Texas Tech, and
Virginia. Did you say Virginia?
Virginia, Texas Tech, Auburn, Michigan State. Jeez, what's wrong with my mind? Virginia, Texas Tech, Auburn, Michigan State is your Final Four. Okay, we'll come back. We'll chop it up some more. You guys name the song.
Name of the song is called Empire by Jamal Beats. This is the Quad Brothers Sports Show on One Unity Media Network.
Yep. Welcome back to the show. Let me tell you something, man. If I was LeBron James, do you know what I would do? Ask me what I would do if I was LeBron James.
What would you do if you were LeBron James?
If I was LeBron James, I would hang it up right now.
Didn't I say that?
But here's why though. Not because honestly, I think LeBron still has a few good years left, and I think his body, he takes such great care of his body. I think he's going to bounce back from this hamstring injury or groin injury, whatever it was. I think he'll be good to go for next year. I don't doubt that at all with LeBron James. You know what? I just be like, F it, man. I'm gone. Because people don't appreciate LeBron James' career. They don't appreciate his career. I don't know what it is. They don't. It's so easy to hate on LeBron James instead of just appreciating what the man is doing on the court and off. It's just too easy to hate on LeBron James. I would walk away. I say forget it. You don't appreciate me. You don't appreciate what I'm doing for the league. You don't appreciate what I'm trying to do for the players. I'm out, man. I'm out. I'm gonna go do something else.
It seems like everybody and their mama is against LeBron James.
Everybody,
right
man.
Everybody just looking. Here's my
even Colin Cowherd. That dude been a LeBron lover for years.
I don't understand it. I mean, you know, he can't. I mean, I'm pretty sure if he came back home, everybody again would just, oh, we love you, LeBron. That's that fake love. That fake love that Cleveland has with LeBron James.
Because when he leaves,
it gets real ugly real quick. But the whole animosity that these Laker fans and these Kobe fans and all of LA has towards LeBron, I'm just like,
Laker, you don't deserve him. And I don't know. People might think I sound crazy. You don't deserve him, LA, because you don't appreciate him.
And here's the crazy. I keep telling myself I'm not going to go back and forth with the Laker fans because they are almost as bad as Jordan fans. They really are, because I don't know exactly what they thought of this team when he first got there. Your team is trash.
You were garbage.
You are garbage. You have not made the playoffs for 6 straight years. And here's the crazy thing. Here's one thing that pissed me off. When they missed the playoffs, they posted a picture of Magic and LeBron like it was their fault that they had been missing the playoffs for 6 straight years. And you would see in the comments like all these people, oh, Kobe would have never did this. Kobe never had it. And I'm just sitting here like, you do realize like the first 3 years that you guys missed the playoffs, Kobe was on the squad. Like, what are you talking about? Like, Kobe missed the playoffs in his dead smack in his prime. Those years after Shaq left and before Gasol and Odom and Bynum became what they were, you were running with Smush Parker and them. Yep. Like, yo, you weren't – that was when he was scoring 80 points a game, but he wasn't making the playoffs. Like, what are you talking about?
That's what I don't get. You other Laker fans, for as much as you love Kobe, you do understand that Kobe Bryant is the reason that dynasty in the early 2000s broke up. You understand that was Kobe's fault, right?
Nah,
you understand you could have won a lot more championships had Kobe just decided to play nice and share the ball with Shaq. You understand that the power struggle was Kobe's fault, and Kobe's the reason that dynasty broke up. You do get that, right? Because that was Kobe's fault. That wasn't Shaq's fault. That was Kobe's fault. And Kobe was snitching, too.
Yeah.
Y'all love us. Knock it off. Come on, Laker fan.
So
Laker fan, y'all could have won at least 3 more championships.
I don't understand it because it's not like he's having a down year by LeBron James standard, and he's averaging 27, 8, and 8.
Which is crazy to me, bro. Which is crazy to me. People act like he's having a bad year. Statistically, he's having a fantastic year.
He's averaging 27, 8, and 8. And I'm just like, everybody was like, well,
LeBron's fault. No, okay.
He should have took them to the play, and
they were garbage.
I don't understand the overrated fascination that people have with these 3. It's Ingram, Kuzma, and Ball. And while the jury may still be out on Lonzo, I'm just like, I've seen enough of Kuzma and Ingram to know that, okay, y'all are cool, but y'all not consistently going to give me 20 to 25 points a night. Like, what? I don't understand exactly what everybody's expecting. And
Laker fans, you don't have a Kyrie Irving on that squad.
No.
You don't have a Kevin Love on that squad.
No.
You almost ain't got a Tristan Thompson on that squad.
And here's the crazy thing. It seems like that they act like that makes it okay. Like only LeBron is not supposed to have any type of all-star help. Everybody else, it's okay for Michael to have Scotty and Rodman and Kukoc and whoever else. It's okay for Kobe to have Shaq and Robert Horry and whoever else, and Paul Gasol and Andrew Bynum and Lamar Odom. But the minute that LeBron asks for somebody to come to his team,
help,
or or for him to try to at least put a decent team together, it's just like, oh no, you can't have that.
LeBron got to do it with Alonzo G and Brian Scalabrine and guys like that for it to count.
Let me ask you this. Okay, here's a comparison. LeBron in Cleveland, what did he have around him? What did he have around him to help him win the title?
He had shooters around him.
What do we have in L.A.?
He has playmakers.
My point is that, like,
there's difference.
It's a difference.
Playmaker. I don't know. I don't even know what Magic meant when he said playmakers. Here's the thing: you want to blame somebody for this team? Blame Magic Johnson.
Exactly.
Magic Johnson and whoever the GM is for the Lakers. Matter of fact, you know what? As much as we don't even have to go, you want to go back somewhere to blame somebody for this. And I hate to say this because the man is dead, but you want to blame somebody for the Lakers' downfall. You blame Dr. Jerry Buss. And you want to know why you blame Dr. Jerry Buss? Because he left his son instead of his daughter in charge of the Lakers for some strange, odd reason, even though your daughter is married to literally one of the greatest coaches of all time. Somehow, some way, you want to leave it to your son. This man has done nothing. But ever since he handed the keys over to his son for the Lakers, his son has driven this team into the ground. It's just been terrible decision after terrible decision.
No, it's LeBron's fault.
And
because you know LeBron is GM, right? You know that, right?
Yeah,
LeBron's GM.
Yeah,
LeBron's making all decisions.
Because yes, he definitely won. Who really? You think LeBron wanted Rondo and Stevenson and JaVale McGee and whoever else they brought in?
Now, with all that being said, LeBron, you signed up for this, so
you got to take your lumps.
You signed up for Luke. You signed up for Luke Walton. Sorry, you signed up for Luke Walton. It is what it is. Now, if they get Mark Jackson in there, but you signed up for Luke Walton, LeBron. Sorry.
Yeah. Getting Mark Jackson, really?
Man,
you know who they gonna get?
I can see who?
Ty Lue.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
They bring in Ty Lue. I'm gonna laugh so hard.
But here's the thing, though.
Here's
the thing, though. To really capitalize on, they're gonna need to strip that roster down and get some shooters in there. They're just gonna have to.
That's like I know you did.
Lonzo got to go. JaVale McGee got to go.
You can keep KCP because he's a shooter.
Lance got to go. I mean, they're going to have to strip that roster down and retool it with shooters around LeBron James for it to work. That's just how it's got to be.
I don't understand why for all the crap that you should know. I don't understand why you would try to reinvent the wheel when the wheel has worked so many times before. This man has literally led teams to championship rounds just by surrounding him with shooters. Now, be it, yes, it was in the East, whatever, that's worth or anything. But this is the formula that works for LeBron James, and I don't understand why you would feel necessary to go ahead and try to change that. That, to me, just tells me you don't know what you're doing as far as the basketball operations.
And please don't tell me, he has to blah, blah, blah. Everybody needs, there's a certain, you have to have a certain system. And most of the time when you have a superstar, that system works around your superstar or what your superstar feeds off of. So the triangle worked for Mike and Phil, but the triangle worked with Jordan and Pippen and Rodman. It worked because of the cast of characters in it. Phil ran the triangle in New York, and they were horrible.
Horrible.
Why? Because he had Carmelo Anthony.
And Melo wasn't buying that.
Melo wasn't buying that triangle mess.
I'm going to go ahead and jack this 3 up, see what happens.
Yeah. It didn't. The triangle worked for the Bulls. It didn't work for the Knicks. The system that you have to put around your superstars to get the most out of them, that's just what it is. And the Lakers aren't doing that with LeBron James. They're not getting the most out of LeBron James because the system as it's constituted now does not fit. They get some shooters in there, they'll be a lot better off. But I just honestly, if I were LeBron, I just quit. I just hang it up. Cause y'all don't appreciate me, man. I'm out here. I'm having one of the best years I've ever had statistically. You still saying it's a failure. Everything in LA is my fault. You don't appreciate the season that I'm having. You don't. I honestly, you know what? Honestly, I don't know. Like, he must do some kind of Zen therapy, or maybe he has like a punching bag in his house. I don't know how LeBron James hasn't snapped on one of these reporters or somebody. With all the hate that he's receiving, because you know he's got to see it on social media. I don't understand how he hasn't snapped.
I wonder if he even pays attention to it. I
wonder
if he doesn't even care. I don't think honestly. I don't think LeBron James gives a damn about what people think about him. Honestly, I think there was some point in time, maybe when he was in Miami. I think the only thing I think that bothered him really with Miami was the fact that when he came home, he wasn't welcomed back home. But I honestly don't think he cares about what anybody else, and I don't think he's cared since he was in high school. I think he's been so insulated and just so, I don't know if that's just his personality. He just doesn't care. It just seems to bounce off of him left and right. And it's funny to me, to watch that, and I see it more and more of Kyrie trying to implement the same thing, and it just doesn't work because Kyrie is so thin-skinned and he's so angry and agitated. Anything that pokes at him, he just has this instant reaction. Well, LeBron is just like he's just getting poked, and he's just like, I don't care. I don't care.
Well, Kyrie, he would have avoided all of this if he would just shut his mouth and stayed in Cleveland.
Nah, he was ready to go. That's that Mamba mentality.
No, I think he thought he was ready to go.
Right, he thought he was ready to go.
He thought he was ready to go.
He don't look ready no more. Matter of fact, he get ready. He gonna team up with somebody this summer. He's not staying in Boston.
He's not staying in Boston. But are they gonna kill Kyrie like they did LeBron? See, that's the thing. Like,
no.
Here's my thing. People are mad, especially people like Skip Bayless. Oh, well, he wears number 23. Like him and how many other millions of kids that grew up idolizing Michael Jordan wore number 23?
Everybody wanted to be like
Mike.
Mike.
So you're mad at him because he did the same thing that every little kid that played basketball that grew up in that era did, which was idolize Michael Jordan and want to be Michael Jordan. They tried to emulate Michael Jordan. LeBron was just giving the guy talent to actually get close to Michael Jordan. Like so because he got a tattoo on his back. This is Skip Bayless again. He got the tattoo on his back that says the choice. So what? He's like, what? He's 16, 17 when he got that tattoo. So what?
I don't understand what the problem was because I wonder because I had to look this up. I wonder, did he get the tattoo before the Sports Illustrated cover, or did he get the tattoo after the Sports Illustrated?
I think he got it before. I think he had it before.
Did he get it
because
beforehand?
I think that's where they got.
That's where they got the chosen one on the Sports Illustrated
but
cover.
So what though? Like he was. What, he's 16, 17? So what? You got listen, man. Let me tell you something.
You holding a grudge for something that a little kid did.
Yep. Let me tell you something. When you grow up in the environment that LeBron James grew up in, and a lot of young black kids grew up in that environment, sometimes that swag is all you got, man. Sometimes your swag is all you have. And so if you want to call yourself the chosen one, call yourself the chosen one. That it's like I was watching a lecture by KRS-One. You know, KRS-One, the hip hop legend icon, and goes around to colleges and lectures, Harvard, Yale, and all kind of colleges all over the country. You should really YouTube them. Actually, his lectures are next level lectures from KRS-One. Like just the hits. I learned a lot of hip hop history listening to KRS-One's lectures. That's just side note. But anyway, so he did this thing where he was like, so like, you know, if how you react or how you see yourself can change the kind of power you have. Like if somebody walked up to Phil and was like, hey man, what's your name? You just said Phil. Just Phil. They'd be like, all right, you know, keep moving. But if somebody say, hey man, what's your name? Yo, I'm Phil this, I'm the one, da da da. If you put yourself out there like that, you give yourself that swag, I'm Phil, I'm the one. You need to listen to me on my show. Yeah. Oh, we need to check this dude out. Okay, yeah, why don't you go and do this? Now you've created yourself some power. In a situation like that, that's all you have. You just feel like you're the chosen when you put that on your back. That's how you feel about yourself.
And I don't understand this whole he's had a great, fantastic NBA career. I don't
Crazy
get it.
career.
What's wrong with 3
don't get
rings?
it.
I don't understand
Because
what's
it
wrong
ain't
with 3
6.
chins. I don't
It's
care
not
about 6. I don't
6.
care about 5.
Oh, he's supposed to be the greatest. Okay.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing that pisses me off about this. This is what pisses me off about this, and this is, this is LeBron's decision. It's his life. This is what he wants to do. LeBron is not all obsessed and all becoming of basketball.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron is not. He's not Michael. He's not Kobe. He literally, basketball is a part of his life. It's not his life.
It's not his
and
whole
you could
life.
tell that, once they retired, they probably had other ventures. That's why people were asking Kobe his final year, what are you going to do after basketball? And honestly, he didn't know. Do you know why? Because he literally eats, sleeps, and breathes basketball. Why is that necessary for LeBron to do that? Why, if he doesn't want to do that with his life, why is that being held against him?
Because when you're an athlete, that's all they expect you to do.
Well, no.
But look, they hated on Venus and Serena for the same thing. Oh, so they've got interests outside of tennis. They don't really care. Meanwhile, Serena just racking up grand slams. Oh, she doesn't really care because she's got this going on outside of tennis. She doesn't really care about LeBron James, and I've said it on this show before, LeBron James is not consumed with winning championships, and that's okay. He doesn't have to be consumed with winning championships. He's still one of the greatest basketball players that will ever lace him up, ever. He does not have to be consumed with winning championships. That's the people on the outside want him to be consumed, but he's like, nah, I'm not. No. Basketball does not define me. Basketball has been good to me. Basketball has allowed me to get to live the life that I live, but basketball does not define me. I am interested in other things. I have other ventures. I may want to be an activist. Basketball does not define LeBron James, and people don't like that for some reason. They want somebody to say, "Oh, I'm 24/7, eat, sleep, breathe, shit basketball." Sorry for my language. That's not LeBron James, and people hate that.
He might be an owner down the road. It's a possibility.
Might be. He's trying to set up future generations to be good. His legacy is going to reach, LeBron James' legacy is going to reach far beyond basketball. This I promise you. His legacy will reach far beyond basketball. He'll be the one that he's going to be, he should be, down the road, he's going to be the one credited with giving players the power that they deserve, or I should say, making players realize that they are the ones who truly hold the power, not the owners. He's going to be the one, or he should be the one that's credited with that. Because Michael Jordan never did that. I'm sorry, yo. You can say what you want. Michael Jordan never did that. Michael Jordan never put players in a position where he told them, listen, you are the reason. They come to see you. They don't come to see Jerry Reinsdorf. They come to see Scottie Pippen. They come to see John Paxson. They come to see Horace Grant. They don't come to see Reinsdorf. They come to see us, not them. Michael Jordan never did that. You say what you want about it. The man was a great basketball player. He never did that. And need I say again, when it came to activism, Michael Jordan was a coward. A coward. So he can, it's fine. And if Jordan and Kobe want to be consumed with basketball, I'm not knocking that either. But I'm not going to knock LeBron James for not being consumed with basketball. Because he doesn't have to be. He can produce shows, what's that called, The $1 Million Mile?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He can be an executive producer of TV shows. He can be in movies.
Space Jam 2.
Yeah, he can do all of that and still care about and love basketball.
Jim Brown did it.
Jim Brown left at the peak of his career. Jim Brown only played football for 9 years. He left at his prime to go pursue other things because he did not want football to define who he was. LeBron James is not going to let basketball define who he is. and I know, and y'all don't like it. People like Skip Bayless don't like it, and people these ungrateful ass Laker fans don't like it.
Has Skip Bayless even played a lick of sports?
He played some in high school. And remember him and Jalen Rose got into it a couple of years ago on First Take. Him and Jalen Rose really got into it, and Jalen Rose was like, it got personal. Between him and Jalen Rose, and Jalen was attacking Skip and talking about his average in high school was like, I don't know, like 1.8 points per game or something like that. Was Skip Bayless' average in high school? Like it got personal between Jalen. You can probably YouTube it. It got personal between Jalen and Skip.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yeah.
But it's probably crazy because it's so funny to me how these people, and this again to me goes back to who we have covering sports and the whitewash that it is. How you can't relate to these players, but you want to tell these players how they should act and what they should do and what they should talk about and how they can't do this and how they can't do this. Well, who the hell are you?
They want them to just go out there and entertain us.
You're part of the media. Your job in the media is to cover things.
Or just say, shut up and dribble.
Why do we have to hear? And I understand that some of you have columns and you have radio shows so we get to hear your opinions. But everything about your opinion, it seems to be about control and about how you need to do what we want you to do and what we think is right for you to do. Well, who cares what you think? Who are you? I'm still my own man at the end of the day. Why does it matter? The
good thing is, like Eli said earlier, I don't think LeBron James doesn't really care what people think about him, which is a good thing. I'm just saying, me personally though, I mean, if I was someone that, if I was an athlete, I don't even know if I would follow social media like that.
No, I couldn't.
Excuse me.
I couldn't follow social media now if I was an athlete. If I was an athlete, the reporters would hate me because if you ask me something stupid, I'm going to give you something stupid back.
I would just not even talk to him. Like KD went on like a 3-day hiatus or whatever from the media. No. Wasn't answering any questions. They asked him about it. He's like, hey, man, because I don't trust none of y'all. Could you take my words, you twist them around, and make it seem like I said something I didn't really say? He said, I don't trust y'all.
Or you can follow the Marshawn Lynch template.
I'm only here so I don't get fined.
See, I couldn't do all that. I'm the Charles template. I'm going to tell you what I feel, and if you don't like it, you can kiss my behind, period, point blank. You ask me something stupid like that, like not to go off topic, but the moment that if you guys ever got a chance to watch that Colin Cowherd Baker Mayfield interview.
Yeah, I did.
I literally would have stopped the interview and told him, dude, if you don't shut the hell up, I'm going to knock you out. Like, seriously, because I don't have time for your foolishness. Like the one, I forget who it was. That Jim Rome was disrespecting. He was calling him out his name. Yes. And he was like, yo, I'm going to knock you out.
Call me Chris one more time.
Well, who was that?
Chris Everett. Look up the interview between Chris Everett and Jim Rome.
It's Jim Everett. Jim Everett was the quarterback for the Los Angeles Rams back when Jerome Bettis played.
Yeah.
Right.
And he was on Jim Rome's TV show.
Uh-huh.
And Jim, for some reason, I don't even know how it started, was calling him Chris Everett, as in the female tennis player Chris Everett.
I was like, what the heck?
Hell. Man, well, Jim
Jim
Rome
Everett
is an ass anyway.
Yeah,
so.
And Chris was like, call me Jim, call me Chris one more time. And he called him Chris. And
it was on
air.
It was on.
On air.
On air. He was like,
on air.
boop, boop, yeah, what's up?
Yep.
Like, no.
Live on air.
So, and that Baker Mayfield interview was so uncomfortable for me, and the way that he's just held this grudge against Baker, because Baker literally, he didn't do it like the ghetto black way. He literally gave it back to him in a polite way, like, yo, I really think you need to cut this out. Like, you tripping right now.
You know what else? You know what else I don't like about the media and some of them, and I'll bring up Cowherd again as an example. Colin Cowherd, for the way he loved LeBron James, he was the total opposite on Russell Westbrook. I'm like, bro, get off of Russell Westbrook. Like, what is the
Russell
deal?
Westbrook is like literally the worst point guard in the NBA.
Like, what is your deal? What is your deal with Russell Westbrook? Like, get over it.
I don't know if it's because he gives 100%. I don't know if it's because of his attitude. I really don't know what it is.
Same thing with Skip and LeBron. It's like Skip. Like, man, what? Tell us what that man did.
Skip has literally made a career out of murdering LeBron
since he came into the league.
Shannon Sharp shuts him down.
I love Shay Sharp. I love Uncle Shay.
But I mean, Skip has basically, now he was a newspaper writer before LeBron came in, but literally, you have been eating off of LeBron James since 2003. calling him Prince James and all that other kind of stuff. You have been eating off of LeBron James since about 16 years, Skip Bayless. And that's sad. It's like, man, you don't like this man that much.
But here's the crazy thing. This is what I don't understand, and this is what part of me, as much as I love LeBron, is going to be so glad when he's gone, because I'm so tired of this fatigue. Everywhere you go, like literally, we have known the Lakers are not going to make the playoffs for about a month and a half, 2 months now. And it seems like the only thing people want to talk about in forums, on pages, all they want to talk about is LeBron James. You know LeBron James sucks, right? Well, you know LeBron James is terrible, right?
Okay.
I'm just like, dude, there's so much more going on in the NBA right now. Like, literally, the Greek Freak is having a historic season. Yeah. James Harden went on this fantastic run to get the Rockets from, like, 13th place all the way to where they are now. James Harden is averaging 37 points a game this season. Mm-hmm. James Harden is balling. Giannis is balling. And the only thing people want to talk about is LeBron missed the playoffs, so he must be terrible. He can't be as good as Mike. I don't care.
And here's the thing: it's like you would think that a man who has literally gone to 8 straight finals would get a reprieve. Would get a mulligan for this season.
That was in the East. You're terrible. Yeah. Boo, boo.
That's crazy. The man went to 8 straight finals. And this is another thing that I hate. People act like, oh, well, he went and he got with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. Are you trying to tell me that if you had the chance to team up with your friends in the pros, you wouldn't take that chance?
Absolutely.
Stop it.
And
Stop it.
Was he supposed? I'm sorry. Let's just, even if they weren't your friends and they called you, hey, come down here and do this with us, you going to take Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade, or are you going to take, I don't even remember, Mo Williams and Jamario Moon and Anderson Varejao.
Right.
Like, come on, really? Really?
Booby and all them other cats.
Especially when you just saw Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen team up and beat you down for the past couple years. And I'm going to go, I'm going to stick with Varejao.
Cool,
Go ahead, Chris Bosh. I'm going to take Varejao.
Cool. He wouldn't have been the LeBron James that he is today had he not left.
No, he would not have. He would have been he matured down there in a basketball sense. He needed Pat Riley.
I'm just saying, man, I'd hang it up. I'd be like, man, forget y'all, I'm out, because y'all don't appreciate me. And that might sound conceited, but they don't. People don't. Revisionist history will be kind to LeBron James, but right now, it's too easy to hate on LeBron James. Way too easy, and people do it for no reason. All right, we're gonna go back. We'll go out. We'll come back. Eli's name of the song.
The name of the song is called Playground by Skynex Beats. This is the Quad Brothers Sports Show on One Unit Media Network.
Yep.
Exposing beats.
Welcome back to the show.
Yeah, I just saw the video.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you right now, that would be me. That would teams would have to have my own PR person and my own security because that would be me. Because the moment you say
hands.
something stupid
He would have got those hands.
and something disrespectful, like some of these reporters say the most disrespectful things
Kenny
behind the lies of behind a microphone and behind your Twitter fingers. Like, oh, I'm gonna see you. And when I see you, it's going to be a problem.
It's on a popping. And I would like to think that me or no one else on this show would feel like we need to stoop that low to get people to listen to us. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't honestly, and I know I've said things about, and I've said things though, I say things that I believe. Like when I say Michael Jordan was a coward, I believe back in those days, back then, in my eyes, Michael Jordan was a coward. But I don't say that to give it a rise out of people. I don't say that people will listen to us. I have a lot of respect for Michael Jordan as a basketball player, and to be honest, I don't know Michael Jordan as a man, really. I've never met Michael Jordan before. But when it comes to, the activism and stuff like that, to me, Michael Jordan had a platform. Michael Jordan was the biggest voice on earth, the most recognizable face on earth, and he didn't do nothing. He didn't step out there and do nothing like that. LeBron is in the same position, and LeBron is doing that. So to me, that's just my feeling. But I would never maliciously attack someone just to get people to listen to this show.
And that's what it seems like they do sometimes. And I'm just like,
I used to like Jim Rome. I used to listen to Jim Rome faithfully every day.
I did too.
On the radio. And then it just got to be like, it was almost like WWE on the radio and, the smack off and other kind of stuff.
It was like listening to Howard Stern, except for about sports. And I was just like, okay, this is.
I just kind of got tired of it.
I haven't listened to the Rome show in years.
I don't even know where it comes on anymore. We used to come on WKNR all the time. I don't even know where it comes on.
It's probably on satellite.
I think it is.
I think it might be that or CBS, one of those two.
I don't know.
But I don't even listen to Jim. I just smack off with the guy Jeff in Richmond. Jim and the smell. Jim. Okay, stop it.
The fact that people were sitting there writing like little promos for the smack off let me know. I was like, oh yeah, it's time to go. I don't know what this is, but this ain't sports talk radio no more. Let me exit stage.
Yeah, I'm out of here. I stopped listening to it. All right, so with this off season that they've had, your Cleveland Browns are now predicted to win 3 more games than they did last year. So let's see. Sportsbook operator CG Technology released NFL win totals for all 32 teams. Cleveland's win total opened at 9, and after the Browns went 7-8-1 last year, the over/under closed at 6 wins last season. So they won 7 games. I'm sorry, they won 7 last year. Now they're projected to win. It says 3 more, but 9 is really the number. So maybe they're taking that tie into account.
I don't need 9 wins.
You better be double digits.
I need 10 and above, please.
You better be double digits.
So tomorrow, right? It's the home opener, correct? And,
yeah.
But they had the OBJ press conference tomorrow too.
Oh, what time does that come on?
About 1:00.
Oh yeah.
1:30.
Yeah.
Come on, Cleveland. You know that ain't right. Come on, Cleveland. That's dirty, man.
Hey.
That's dirty,
I'm with
Browns.
You know, the Haslam's was just like, let's go ahead and slide this in here right at time. First pitch is at 1:00. Let's have our press conference at 1:00 right there.
So the Browns opened the start of the offseason at 30-1 odds to win the Super Bowl. They are now 20-1 odds to win the Super Bowl.
I don't want to hear nothing about no Super Bowl.
I'm just saying.
Can I have a division crown?
No.
No.
You gonna win the Super Bowl?
You know how I am, Kev. You know I am not one of these super emotional. I'm gonna get too high. I'm gonna get too low.
Let me tell you what you can do. Let me tell you what you can do.
Hey, if the shoe fits, brother.
Let me tell you what you can do, Phil. Let me tell you what you can do. You need to go down to East 9th right now and just post up. Just post up right now. Just wait for the parade to come by. That's what you do.
No. No.
Go down there and post up, wait for the parade.
I keep telling people this, and you echo my points exactly. Kid, this division is not going to be as bad as people make it out to be.
Done.
Pittsburgh is
Baltimore's
not done.
done.
It is not going to surprise me when Pittsburgh wins 9 or 10 games next year. It's not going to surprise me.
Done.
I said to the Browns to win the division, you need 12 wins.
It's not going to surprise me if Baltimore wins 9 or 10 games next year. It's not going to surprise me if Cincinnati goes 7-9 or 8-8 next year.
Baltimore,
it's not. Period.
Listen to me. Lamar Jackson is going to be better next year. I'm telling you that right now. And he's got Mark Ingram behind him. And they just added Earl Thomas to that Baltimore. Lamar Jackson is going to be better next year. We want to talk about how electric Baker Mayfield is and what kind of swag Baker Mayfield has. Lamar Jackson is in your division too.
You better learn how to slide.
Baker better learn how to slide.
Baker got unlimited swag. Baker's swag is unlimited.
Lamar, I'm just saying, Lamar Jackson is as electric as a player as Baker Mayfield.
I don't know about all that.
Yes, he is.
I don't know about all that.
Yes, he is.
Your arm is suspect.
Okay, we're going to see.
It is.
We're going to see.
His arm is suspect. I'm sorry.
We will see. I'm just telling you, hey.
If he could throw the ball like Vic, because that's who he reminds me of when he starts running. If he had Vic's arm strength, I would be scared pantsless of him because that combination was deadly. If he can learn how to throw the ball accurately and he shows that improvement next year, then yeah, they're going to win about 10 games. The Steelers are going to win about 10 games.
You better split with every team in that division.
The Cincinnati Bengals, I mean, once A.J. Green went down last year, that was it. A.J. Green is back this year. They're going to win about 7 or 8 games. Yeah. I tell people this all the time. This is the best division in football.
Nope. The Browns own the division, according to Cleveland. The Browns own the division.
No, thank you.
The AFC North is the Browns to lose.
John Harbaugh just said.
I don't care what John Harbaugh just said about the Cleveland Browns having the most talent
on paper.
I don't want to hear any of that. Shush. Don't put us out there.
I'm just saying.
Don't do that.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Don't do that.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead and start putting up your
prop
division
your team up. Don't prop our team up trying to make yourself an underdog, brother.
Go ahead.
I see what you're doing.
Go ahead and make your division
That
division
reverse
champion
psychology
t-shirts.
is not working over here, sir.
Go
I
ahead,
see
make
what
them
you're
now.
doing.
Make them now. You got this. Make them now. Make your division championship t-shirt. Go ahead and make your division
I'm not making anything. I'm not making anything because, like I said, I've seen this story before. It may not have been in Cleveland, but I've seen this story before where they put together teams and these teams literally fall right on their face. Kev, you should know you had one of those teams.
I don't know nothing. I'm a hater. I don't know nothing. I don't know it. Browns they're going to win a division. They're going to win the AFC, and they're going to go to the Super Bowl.
No, and that's what boggles my mind.
Cleveland Browns will be the team that dethrones Tom Brady.
That's what boggles my mind so fast because I'm sitting there listening to some of these analysts on ESPN and other people, and I'm just like, and when people tell them to curb their expectation, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Oh, this team, and I'm just like, no. When Stephen A. Smith says that the Steelers will win the division next year, I don't think that's being a hater. I don't think that's being crazy. That's actually being smart. We know what the Steelers are going to bring next year. I don't know what this team is going to bring. I know what I can hope for that this team brings. I hope OBJ scores 12 touchdowns and has 1,500 yards. I hope Jarvis has 120 catches and 7 touchdowns. I hope Kareem Hunt comes back and plays for 8 games and rushes for 1,000 yards and 12 touchdowns. I hope Nick Chubb is beautifully next year. I hope Baker Mayfield doesn't hit a sophomore wall next year. But you know what? I don't know.
None of that will happen. You guys will go 15-1 and win a division and win the AFC. None of that's going to happen.
I don't want to hear about AFC. I don't want to hear about Super Bowl.
Baker Mayfield's going to throw for 5,000 yards and 35 touchdowns.
I will take a division winner with a home game in Cleveland Brown Stadium, and whatever happens on that game happens.
Phil,
that would be a successful season.
You're shooting too low, Phil.
I don't care.
You're shooting too low.
Then I will shoot low. I do not care. I am not buying this Super Bowl hype. I'm not.
Do you not love Cleveland, Phil?
I love Cleveland.
Okay.
I love Cleveland. You know I love Cleveland. But I'm not buying this whole Super Bowl hype.
No.
You mean to
No,
tell?
y'all got it, man. You know, y'all got it. I've been trying to. Hey, man, listen.
You mean to tell me that we're going to beat the Chargers, the Patriots, the Chiefs, the Steelers? Who else?
Yep.
Baltimore. Who else made the play? Oh, I'm sorry, the Texans.
Yep, beat them all down.
We're going to leapfrog all 6 of these players and get past the greatest quarterback, arguably, that has ever played in professional football. And we're going to do that with a second-year player, a first-year head coach, and a team that was just put together this offseason.
Yes.
Not going to happen.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
Because your quarterback is going to wake up feeling dangerous every single morning.
You know what? It got me motivated. You know what got me motivated? Not the well, OBJ did, but I was watching the Football Life yesterday, right?
What you saw?
Cleveland '95.
Post.
Cleveland '95. When the story about the Browns moving, they got me hyped up.
I'm not hyped. I will say this. I am not overly excited. Do you see the smile that I have every time I see this picture? I cannot believe that Odell Beckham Jr. is a Cleveland Brown. It's crazy, but I am not willing to go past 10 to 12 wins and a home playoff game. What is so wrong with that?
All I've ever said is to just go into this with cautious optimism. Be excited. You should absolutely be excited. They've had a great season, but they haven't done anything yet. They have done absolutely nothing. It's April. It's March 31st. They haven't done anything. They haven't even gotten together for a first, even sort of kind of mini camp practice. They haven't done any of that stuff yet. So yes, be excited, but really all you've done is sign some players and made some trades.
I hope that third preseason game is at home, because if it is, I'm going. The dress rehearsal where everybody's playing, because Kareem might be playing, Baker's going to be out there.
Kareem Hunt's out for 8 games.
Yeah,
so you know. But no, you got it. You got the division. Go ahead. You got it.
Damn, Cam.
Yes, he is out for the first half of the season. For the first half of the season.
I know about that, but damn, I'm looking at Cam.
You got Nick Chubb and Duke Johnson. And, by the way, they might trade Duke Johnson if the offer is good enough, because the Cowboys are still interested in Duke Johnson.
John Dorsey and Freddie Kitchens came out and said they're not going to trade Duke Johnson.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what they said about OBJ.
Let somebody call and say, we'll give you a second for Duke Johnson. I guarantee Duke Johnson will be shipped out of town. I guarantee it.
Oh, in a heartbeat. And if they didn't do it, I would laugh at them in their face.
Somebody calls and says,
he has a place on his offense.
Okay. Somebody calls. Somebody get hurt in the preseason, and somebody called the Cleveland Browns and say, listen, we need a running back. We'll give you a second-round pick for Duke Johnson. If John Dorsey doesn't make that trade, he should be fired.
Bye-bye, Duke.
Unless because your main back is not Duke Johnson, it's Kareem Hunt. Sorry. So if somebody would call and say, we will give you a second-round pick for Duke Johnson, and you don't say yes, you should be fired immediately. Because Duke Johnson is not worth a second-round pick. If somebody wants to give, it was like Sam Bradford. Like when the Vikings called the Eagles and say, "Listen, we need a quarterback bad. We'll give you a first for Sam Bradford." If the Eagles would have said no, I'd have been so. Sam Bradford, a first round
in a heartbeat.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Bye, Sam.
You got it. Fax the paperwork over. We'll fax it right back to you.
Ball out, Sam.
Yeah, goodbye, Sam. Thanks for everything. Carson, you in there? Like. I'm just, maybe it's just, I don't know. It could be from 2011. I still remember that squad. And people, those were old. There were a combined 25 Pro Bowls between those players that they brought in to the Eagles on that squad. A combined 25 Pro Bowls. So all I'm saying is, they look very good on paper.
You're not convincing him. I can see.
No,
I can see it in his.
Okay,
can you see it in his eyes? Like I can see the whole. It's just like there's been like this whole orange covered glaze that has just washed over everybody's eyes, and they can't see anything else.
I have no problem with excitement. I have no problem with excitement. I mean, if you're not excited, there's something wrong with you. If you're not excited,
you're not a Browns fan.
You're not a Browns fan if you're not excited. But you can be excited and be realistic at the same time. You can be both. You don't have to be so excited that you're irrational. You can be excited and be rational at the same time.
I can't wait for this because I know both Reg and Eli are going to pick the Browns to go to the Super Bowl. You know they are.
Yeah. The OBJ came out and said dog check on Twitter yesterday. So
yes, I saw.
I'm gonna be making that shirt.
I saw that. Oh my God! See.
All right.
Hashtag dog check.
Hey,
man,
ain't nothing
I'm
wrong with that. But
I'm gonna let them have it, Phil. I'm done.
Do you really expect the Browns to win? I don't even expect them to win 12 games. I don't. I just don't. I look at their schedule.
You need 12 games to win division.
I don't expect them to win 12 games. I expect us to make the postseason with double-digit wins, and I would like, keyword, I would like, doesn't mean it's going to happen. I don't think it may not happen. There's a toss-up, but I would like to have a home playoff game. I don't care how far you get into the playoffs. If you get to the divisional round, that's great. If you get to the championship round, hey, fantastic. If somehow, some miraculous way that you beat either Kansas City or New England, which one of those two are bound to be in the Super Bowl or the AFC Championship game, if something miraculous like that happens, hey, I'm okay with that. That's perfectly fine. But I am not sitting here expecting the Browns to get to the Super Bowl or even get to the AFC Championship game. It's just, sorry.
No.
Sorry to be a bummer.
Nope. No, they got it. They got it.
We got it.
Yeah.
Don't matter, huh?
I will tell you this: you will see the Browns on national TV a couple times this year. That's
the first game of the season might be a national television game because the first game of the season, I could have swore the first game of the season went to the Super Bowl champions. Doesn't that always happen with the Thursday night? So why is the Thursday night game Bears at Packers? Like, I don't understand that.
Well, I get it because it's the oldest rivalry in all of professional football.
That's nice, but the Patriots won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but the Packers do numbers. It's Aaron Rodgers, and the Bears with Trubisky. They're an exciting young up and coming team. So yeah, I get it.
Just won. I guarantee you, and we can make a bet like this right now. I guarantee you, if the Browns and the Patriots play Sunday night football, that game will outdraw and outview the Bears Packers on Thursday night football. I guarantee you.
Oh yeah,
You'd run circles around it.
I'm just saying this. You need to worry about your division opponents before we start talking about we're going to win a division. You need to at least split with every team in your division. They should probably sweep Cincinnati.
Yeah.
But the other three teams, you need to at least split with them. And what you're going to have to do is you need to take care of business in every home game this year. You need to take care of business. That's how you win your division, by winning all your home games.
They need to take care of the games that they need to take care of. There are some times that we have seen this team not take care of business when business needs to be taken care of.
And what NFC teams do they have this year? The NFC South?
I believe the West and the South, if I'm not mistaken.
Do they play the 49ers this year?
Yeah, we're at San Francisco.
Okay, so they got the West. So they got to play the 49ers. They got to play the Rams.
Here. I can't wait for that. That game is going to be ridiculous.
They got to play the Seahawks and the Cardinals.
Yeah.
They should beat the Cardinals.
Yeah, I ain't worried about the Cardinals.
Yeah, they should beat the Cardinals.
Yeah, they should.
But
beat
the Seahawks?
The Seahawks, yeah, you should be worried about the Seahawks.
The Rams.
You definitely should be worried about the Rams.
You might want to be worried about the 49ers too, Jimmy G. Depending on how Jimmy G does.
We'll see. I'll toss that up.
Okay.
Look at the dismissiveness.
You might want to be worried about.
Can you at least be worried about the Rams?
Oh yeah, I'm worried about the Rams.
All right.
After they choked last year.
You should be worried about the 49ers too.
Can you at least be worried about the Patriots? Are you worried about the Patriots?
Oh, yeah. You understand the 49ers, they have DeForest Buckner. They have who's the other guy? Eric Armstead. Oh, and they'll probably have some kid named Nick Bosa too.
Yeah, they'll have Nick Bosa.
Might probably have some kid named Nick Bosa on their squad too when that time rolls around. So
is he poo-pooing Nick Bosa?
Yeah, he is.
It looks like. How are you as a Buckeye fan poo-pooing Nick Bosa?
Who's going to block Nick Bosa?
Don't worry about that.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry about Nick Bosa.
Who's the left tackle? Robinson? Cam Robinson? Joe Thomas ain't walking through that door. I'm just saying, and again, I really don't want to be the wet blanket. I'm really trying not to be. I'm just saying, as I've always said, what's Rizzo's like? Go low. Because what's going to happen is we got people talking about they're going to win a division They're going to go to the Super Bowl. They're going to do this, that, and the other. Do you know how hard it is to get to the Super Bowl?
Could you imagine if
It's
this team
hard, man, to do.
This team comes out and starts 1-3 or something like that.
Oh God.
They'd be ready to fire Freddie Kitchens right now. Fire Freddie. He doesn't know what he's doing.
They got to go to New England.
That's the first game. That's literally going to be the first game off the bat. It's at Foxborough. Banner raised, all that.
You might have the
stuff.
6 guy. They got the 12 guy. I'm just saying. It's
Damn you, Kev.
no. You know what it is. I used
Cleveland.
You know what I used to, and I get because I used to be the same way. I used to think the Eagles were going to beat every single team on the schedule, even when I knew they were going to get their head. Like in the mid '90s when they went up against Dallas, and Dallas had 5 300-pound plus linemen, and Emmitt Smith and Troy Aikman and Michael Irvin and Jay Novacek and Ken Norton on the other side with Darren Woodson and and Deion Sanders. I'm still like, nah, we gonna come out here, we gonna smash these dudes. And then the Cowboys would come out, whop, smack us around and send us on our way.
35-6.
Yeah. The one time that they showed up was the game in Veterans Stadium when they stopped Emmitt Smith on 4th and 1 twice. They stopped Emmitt Smith on 4th and 1 once, and the Cowboys had had called a timeout right before the ball was snapped. So they stopped him on 4th and down once. This was Barry Switzer was the coach. And instead of just punting it and letting his defense try to get the win or seal the game, Barry Switzer was mad disrespectful. Like, nah, we just going to do the same thing again. Just run the same play again. Just run it again. And the Eagles stopped him again on 4th and 1. That's probably my best moment that I can remember, at least from those 90s period. They stopped the Cowboys twice. They stopped Emmitt Smith with that line twice on 4th and 1.
That was disrespectful, though. We just
Yeah,
don't
he's
run
like,
the same play
I'm
again.
just running the same tape, run it again.
Yeah, all right.
I mean, but why wouldn't you? You got 5 300-pounders. You got Emmitt Smith.
Right.
I'm gonna run it again, and the Eagles stopped him the second time. I'm just saying, this is a young team. You got a second-year quarterback. You're gonna miss your main back for 8 games. Yes, you got Odell Beckham, but you got Freddie Kitchens. It's a whole different animal from going to being, because he wasn't even the coordinator. He was the quarterback's coach, right?
Right. Yeah.
So he jumped from quarterback's coach to head coach. That is a huge leap. It's a huge leap to go from quarterback's coach to offensive coordinator.
Look at this dude.
Let alone quarterback's coach to head coach.
He does not care one word
you don't
that
have-
you
I'm
say.
just saying.
I don't think
Cleveland against
anybody in
everybody,
Cleveland's
baby.
listening.
Okay.
We're going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
You got it.
Is that what's going to happen?
Enjoy it. Go ahead and
Get that ring
They'll-
fitted.
they'll probably get the chocolate diamonds in the Super Bowl rings.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're going to compensate for the orange. Are they orange colored diamonds? You
I
probably
don't
get
know.
orange colored
They probably
diamonds.
can.
They probably get the chocolate diamonds. That would be dope. The Super Bowl ring with the chocolate diamonds in. That would be pretty dope.
With a dog on top
Yeah,
of it and everything.
yeah, that would be dope.
Yeah,
So-
with the diamonds in the eyes
Yeah,
and everything.
I can
Yeah.
see it. I can see it. Like I wonder what they would do. I wonder what kind of design it would be. You know what I'm saying? Like, would they have a dog face on there
Something
or a
swagged out.
bone?
You know, this
Like,
thing-
have the chocolate diamonds and have a bone with the white diamonds or something like that.
something about dogs got to eat on the side.
Yeah, something
Six
like
God on the other side, something like that.
that. Have the blonde curly hairdo on one.
Keep on talking, baby.
Super Bowl. Those Super Bowl rings are going to be dope. They're gonna
Order them now.
Those things are going to be sweet.
They're going to get out of control. Order them now.
Would that not look
I
nice?
can't wait for this season to
Would
start,
that not look
man.
nice? The chocolate diamonds in there because it's the Browns. You put the chocolate diamonds
Here's
in
the
it.
question. Why do you think we're going to stop this when the season starts? Do you think that somehow, some way, we're magically going to jump on the bandwagon?
They better get 10 wins.
And we're going to sit there and tell you that they're going to win every single game?
They better be. I better see double digits. Is all I'm saying. I better see double digits.
I will say this. Their fantasy potential is outrageous.
Sure is.
Stupid outrageous.
Sure is.
Odell Beckham might, he might be, he's up there in the receivers now. He's up
might.
there. Baker might be, one of the first quarterbacks taken. Kareem Hunt, somebody going to stash Kareem Hunt. Somebody's going to stash Kareem Hunt.
Word up.
You know he's not making it to the waiver wire because
Yeah.
ain't nobody going to trust that
Nah.
process.
Yeah,
Nah.
nah. Some savages over there. That waiver wire be ridiculous.
He don't know nothing about that.
He thinks he does.
He don't know
I
nothing
do.
about that.
I do.
And you on the Sunday side too. You ain't on the Saturday side. The Saturday side, you might be able to get away with a couple things. You ain't on the Saturday side. You on the Sunday side.
Oh, he with the big boys.
I think he with us. Yeah, he might be on the Saturday side. He might be on the Sunday side.
Oh,
you need to be with us.
Yeah,
we need you with us on the Sunday
I think I'm going to put in a request, even though it's only my second year. I'm going to put in a request that the commissioner puts him on the Sunday side with us.
You need to be on the Sunday side.
So you need to be down there with everybody.
Yeah, that needs to happen. You need
everybody. Oh yes.
Yeah, you need to be on the Sunday side.
Yes.
The Saturday side is they dope too, but I'm just saying the Sundays the savages on the Sunday side. You need to be on the Sunday side. That's what you need to be.
Just be ready.
You need to be on the Sunday side.
I'm already ready.
Okay.
Baby.
All right. Chocolate diamonds in the Super Bowl ring. It's gonna look nice. I'm just wondering how are they going to simulate the orange? Like how are they going to do that? That's what I want to know.
But here's the crazy thing.
Because you can't have the Super Bowl ring. Look, the Eagles had the green in theirs.
But that's emeralds.
Right.
What's orange?
Which orange? There's got to be a way. There has to be a way. Can you color diamonds?
It might just be gold.
And substitute that for orange? I
guess. That's the only thing I can say.
You got canary diamonds.
So are we going to have the dog or the elf? Which one is it going to be?
Oh, it's got to be the elf. You got to go old school. Have the elf on the side.
Got to have the elf.
Yeah, have
the elf with it.
Yeah, man, I wish Reg was here, man.
Got to be old school.
To back me up. Jesus.
Here's the thing. There's got to be some kind of dedication to Paul Brown on there. Maybe inscribed on the inside of the ring. There's got to be a dedication to Paul Brown. I know this is not going to go over well. You should probably mention something about Art too, because Art did. I mean, I'm just saying. Art, say what you want about Art, but
that ain't gonna happen.
It ain't gonna
that happen. Definitely is not gonna happen. I'll let you know that right now.
Well, you know what? I don't even blame Art Modell. I blame Mayor White.
You shouldn't blame Art.
They shouldn't blame Art Modell, but that's the easy thing to do. So everybody still blames Art Modell.
Art needs to be somewhere on there. You realize Art Modell was instrumental in this whole thing we got called Monday Night Football. That was Art Modell was instrumental on that.
Is Art still not in the Hall of Fame?
I don't think he is.
They still keeping out Art for moving the Browns. That's crazy.
He needs to be. Art Modell needs to be in the Hall of Fame.
Like as much
for his contributions to the game alone.
Exactly. As much venom as I had towards him before I started actually researching that and everything, I still thought that he at least should be in the Hall of Fame. Like you can't keep him out of the Hall of Fame.
Post-human. He did. How do you say that? Posthumously.
I mean, it should be, the Q, Cleveland Browns Stadium, and then Progressive Field. It should have been like that.
Mm-hmm.
But,
All right, well, we're going to take a break. We'll come back. Last half hour of the show. We'll chop it up, freestyle. You know how we do. Quad Brothers Sports Show. Eli, take us out.
The name of the song is called Hurricane by Serious Beats. This is the Quad Brothers Sports Show on One Unit Media Network.
Yep. All right, welcome back to the show, man. Sad news, breaking news. If you're a fan of hip hop, L.A. rapper Nipsey Hussle, man, shot and killed outside of his store in Los Angeles. I know it's a strong word. I hate these dudes sometimes, man. I really hate these. All this gang banging, dumb. Somebody like Nipsey Hussle, man, out there actually trying to give back to the community and do good. Y'all kill him. You leave the crack dealers alone. The ones that's out there selling poison to your people, you leave them alone. But you killed Nipsey? R.I.P. Nipsey, man. I don't even know what to say about it. R.I.P. man. That's crazy, man. When, man? When are we going to break this cycle? When? Somebody tell me when we going to break this cycle, man. We ain't going to never get ahead, man. Never. And I don't usually condone eye for an eye, but where is this energy? Where is this energy? When the young man, and I'm sorry, my brain, I've been going through so much these past couple of days. My brain is shot. The young man that was killed at the BART station in Oakland, when the police basically murdered that. Where is that energy when that happens? When a young black man is I'm not condoning violence against the police. I don't want to say it. I don't want to put that out there. I'm not. I promise you, I'm not. I would never ever condone violence against the police or anything like that. I'm not saying that. I just want to know when it's a situation where it might actually be warranted. Where is that same energy from these dudes? I mean, you shouldn't be doing none of it, nothing illegal. But where is that same energy from these dudes? This man was out there in the community giving back, doing good, trying to show people a better way, a different way from what he was doing, trying to correct the mistakes that he made. Y'all kill this man for what? I bet you there was something stupid too. I'm sorry, Phil. You was gonna say something. I'm sorry.
I don't even know what I was gonna say, bro. I can't even remember. I'm just sitting here, just flabbergasted by this. This is so confusing. Like, I don't even know for what, why. Like, and I can almost feel the fact that they're not gonna find out who or what this was about. Just because it was a rapper, and they're just like, well, whatever.
Sorry. I'm sorry, Phil. I was just trying to...
No. I was sitting there laughing at it because I was just like, I don't think he hears you.
I just... I gotta do it again, huh?
Shot him in his head too, man.
So first and foremost, R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle. Man, like, when we gonna stop this, man? When the hell are we gonna stop this and break this cycle, man? This whole gang thing. What does it ever accomplish? What does it ever accomplish? And honestly, and I used to kind of be down with DC. I'm tired of the reason that, well, that's just my life. That's all I know. So you go out and you kill a man that's actually out there trying to do good in the community, a man that's trying to give back, a man that's trying to correct the mistakes that he made. You leave the crack dealers alone, but you kill him. You kill Nipsey Hussle. When we gonna stop this, man? This whole cycle of violence, man. When we gonna stop it? Somebody tell me when, because I'm tired of it. There was just a young lady down in Canton. Young lady, 14-year-old lady, shot and killed down in Canton by an 8th grader. This is ridiculous, man. I'm gonna be straight up. I never, you know, I definitely heard Nipsey Hussle's music, and he had bars he could flow. But I never went out and, you know, bought none of Nipsey's albums and nothing like that. I never did that. But I know Nipsey was trying to give back. Nipsey was trying to make the hood a better place. Why do we always kill the ones that's trying to make the hood a better place? Why do we do that? We killing the ones that's trying to make the hood a better place. The ones that's putting the poison in the hood, we don't do nothing to them. We revere them. We hold them up because they got cars and clothes and jewelry. And they come through and they may give you a couple $100 or something like that. They buy some turkeys on Thanksgiving and we love them. Do anything for them. Somebody get killed behind the drugs they sell? No, don't snitch. We not snitching. But you killing somebody like Nipsey Hussle who actually trying to make the hood a better place? What is that? What is that? I don't get it, man. It saddens me, man. It saddens me. It really does. I don't know, man. Like I said, I ain't even listen to Nipsey Hussle music like that, if I'm being totally honest. I heard some of his songs. I liked what I heard. Dude had flows. I hate when the ones that are actually trying to bring the hood to a level of respectability, we take them out. The ones that's killing the hood, we leave them alone. The ones that's trying to help the hood are the ones that get shot. By the same people that person is trying to help. I don't know, man. I don't even know what to say about it, bro. Don't know what to say about it. And I don't know. Any thoughts? I don't even know. I don't even know what to say.
I'm just in shock, like right now, like
because I'm not.
I don't know.
I'm saying, like, really?
I have my own thoughts and everything about what goes on in the hood and what really goes on, you know, at a time like this where this man is uplifting his community. And it's as much as I don't want to sound a nutcase about these whole conspiracy theories, because sometimes I believe that it's just black people being stupid.
Yep.
And because I've seen it, I literally grew up in it. I've seen black people see people that are trying to do good and trying to do the right thing and trying to live their life. And not only that, they're trying to bring the whole hood and everybody with them. And I've seen literally Negroes take a dump on them. I've seen that.
I don't get it, man. I don't get it.
But the fact that this man was making a documentary about the man that literally was curing disease out there through food, through natural medicines and everything, I just have it a hard time believing that that's a coincidence that weeks after he announced this documentary and trying to bring this to light, trying to bring things, you know, that are not drug related, not pharmaceutical related to light, I just have it a hard time believing that a few weeks later somebody came and shot this man in the head in his own hood. I just do. I'm sorry. I know conspiracy theories are for crazy people, but I really have a hard time believing that this somebody from his own hood or in his own hood just saw this and was just like, oh yeah, cool, let's go get Nipsey. I just don't. It feels like after the weeks after the whole Michael Jackson and Prince owning their own album and owning their own music, then all of a sudden they seem to get in trouble with the law, and then weeks later they're dead. I just find it really mysteriously hard to believe that just a few weeks after that somebody shoot Nipsey in the head and he's gone. Now, if you know, we find out Well, we'll never find out the real truth if that is the truth. But, if this has something to do with gang violence and somebody from a rival hood or somebody from another set, saw him in his hood, I don't know anymore, man. It saddens me to think. I would rather believe that Big Pharma took him out because he was making a documentary as a threat to their revenues than some ignorant Negro saw him doing something that he didn't like or he was jealous of, or he thought he was just gonna make a name for himself by shooting Nipsey Hussle. That's just the most messed up mentality in the world to me. I don't get it.
It's like someone else put on a post, man, in the group that we in, man. Solid dude, pro-black, trying to make the hood a better place, good music. Why y'all we killing him? That's the guy we gonna kill? Okay. Bro, this is why we don't get it. This is why we don't never get ahead, man. Can you imagine if we focused as a community, if we focused our energy on positivity the way we focus it on doing stuff like this? Can you imagine how strong our community would be if we could focus our energy on in a positive way?
It was way back ago in Tulsa, Oklahoma, when we had Black Wall Street. But that's
they're not. You want to be real about it, kid. They honestly, if there was some way that we could build that back into reality, they're not going to let us do that.
No,
they're not going to let us do that. You see, and even liberals. There's a big swatch of liberals out there that are racist. Was it a Catholic high school we saw in Orange County? Orange County is as liberal as it comes, but they had that, the California, Southern California, but they have their little swaths of racism with the little swastika and everything. I can never foresee. It's gonna have to take some sort of. And I hate to use this term because I hate it, but it's going to have to take some sort of violent uprising for us to get to where we need to be, because this whole economic of we need to pull this together, while that's great and that's going to happen.
Phil, but we can't even, bro. We can't.
We can't even stop fighting ourselves in order to come together to fight any oppression.
I hear what you're saying, but we can't even come together on small stuff, Phil.
And you're right.
We can't come together on whether or not we like Bill Cosby or R. Kelly. We can't. I mean, we can't come together on small stuff.
You're right, and so I don't know what's going to happen.
I can't
in
even
order
front,
to
man.
change.
I can't even front. I really didn't listen to this dude's music, and I'm hurting, man. I'm hurting to hear he's gone. I wasn't, like I said, I heard some of his songs and I liked what I heard. Every time I heard a song, I liked it. I never went out bought his albums. I might download it to my Apple Music now, but.
You should be.
I'm hurting, man, because I'm like, damn, another one that had a voice, another one that was out there trying to make a difference, another one that was out there trying to tell these kids, nah, this ain't the way you want to do it. He gone now, too?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. What is wrong with y'all?
It's really sad that anytime some black person has a positive voice or a positive anything, there's always a certain faction. And again, I don't know. I'm praying that this it's got to be something other than this this Negro over here on this block, whoop the whoop. Well, let me go ahead and I've been looking, because they just shot up his music video a few weeks ago. They thought he was there,
and I'm not trying to even hear that you don't understand. That's just our life. Nah. If you trying to murder somebody because they live on 24th Street and you live on 22nd Street and you trying to murder them for that, that's stupid. That's dumb. You trying to murder somebody for what? Because of what block they live on, what street they live on? You want to kill them for that? When what you don't realize is that y'all all in this is our turf. This is your turf. You don't own nothing over there. If the powers that be wanted your block, they could come in and sweep your block and take it. It ain't a damn thing you can do about it. You don't own nothing over there. That's like this whole beef with these kids. dudes, I'm from Cleveland. We don't mess with them Akron cats. I'm from Akron. We don't mess with them Cleveland cats. How stupid is that? What? So you'd rather miss out on an opportunity to build with somebody and that could be as positive as you, or that could have the same mindset as you, because they from Cleveland or because they from Akron? Huh? What?
Stupid.
Oh, I'm 21st Street. He 26th Street. We don't like them. Let's go get him. What? Oh, he wearing a Washington Nationals cap. I'm murdering for that. I'm going to murder him because of what hat he's wearing. Y'all need to chill, man. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. All this killing gotta stop, bro. It's gotta stop. We as a people and we as a community will never, ever get ahead. And honestly, this is why I don't fault people. I don't fault people for leaving the hood, man. I don't fault nobody for leaving the hood. If you want to get out and come out to where I am out in the suburbs somewhere, do you? Because you can be the best, you can be the best person, the most positive person in that neighborhood and still get killed over some dumb shit. And this man was out there, he actually had a voice to reach millions. And now he gone. And I'm sure if we ever find out why he was killed, it'll be something stupid.
Oh, wow. See, here's the crazy thing. I thought, you know what I'm saying, I thought he was a blood. You know what I'm saying? I didn't realize that he was a Crip.
Yeah.
He was rolling around his neighborhood wearing red today, man. Like, I really, honestly, you know, when I seen that, I thought, you know, because somebody had suggested it. I was like, but what, Nipsey a blood? I didn't realize he used to be a Crip, and he was rolling around his neighborhood. He had on red shorts today. Red shorts and the red shoes.
Another stupid,
man, I hope this is not
reason
that,
to kill
man.
somebody.
I
So
really
you
hope
got
this
killed
is not
by your
that.
own set. You got killed by your own gang. But that's family, though.
It's pretty messed up.
And hold up. Even if you, but Phil, even if you, number one, it ain't even really traditional like that. Now you got Crips wearing red and all kind. They don't even do that really no more.
They still get down like that.
But here's the thing, though, Phil. Come on, man. If you a Crip, what Crip out here in this country don't know that Snoop Dogg is a Crip?
Probably zero.
You a Crip? How you don't know Nipsey Hussle a Crip?
Probably zero. I don't know.
Something ain't right.
Something ain't right. I just don't know what it is.
There ain't a Crip in this country that don't know Snoop Dogg is a Crip. So and you can't tell me that the Crips don't know that Nipsey Hussle is a Crip. You can't tell me that. They don't. I don't believe that. I don't buy that for a second.
And that's exactly. I wanted to say that too because you know, as much and again, I hate going back to these conspiracy theories. Even if he had that voice, because they did the same with Dr. King, the same with Malcolm X. Even if he had that voice, you know, whoever wants to shut you down will pay Negroes in your hood. They will pay black people that surround you to set you up. And these brothers, they'll take the money and they will set you up just for that. Man, it just seems to me like all these black activists are out here they're finding out that they're being hanged and they're committing suicide for themselves. And now you got this black man trying to better himself, trying to put out positive influence and positive content out here for black people. And now he's dead. Like this should tell black people like, yo, we need to wake the hell up. Whoever it is or whatever it is that's holding us back, like we need to stop with this.
That's what they did to Pac. That's what they did to Pac.
Pac was literally I don't want to say a prophet, but he literally was that dude that spoke about oppression and what the police were doing and what we need to do as black people to come together.
I think Tupac was, without trying to sound too overly dramatic, I think Tupac was on his way to becoming like the next Huey Newton.
Yes.
I think Tupac was on his way to that.
Absolutely.
And this is what happens. This is what happens, and it pains me to say that because, you know, it's just when is it ever going to be enough? Like, aren't y'all tired?
It seemed like never. No, Phil, they're not. Apparently,
y'all tired of this? I wouldn't give a damn if whoever it was offered me $1 billion to kill another black man that has a positive influence in the black community. You can kiss my ass. I don't care.
Yep.
I don't care. When is enough going to be enough? When are we tired of living in poverty? When are we tired of living in oppression? Do you realize that literally, if black people stop spending their money in white neighborhoods, literally everything would come to a halt?
And it really don't even come down to political party because you can be Democrat or Republican. One party, even though we vote one side mostly, one part. I don't think either party really gives a damn about us.
No,
one party is just not afraid to say they don't give a damn about us.
They don't.
Neither one. Be the GOP.
Nobody in this country cares about black people. Even black people.
Because for all the black folk, and I don't want to get too crazy off into the politics of it, but for all the black people who are in this whole Blexit thing and all that, talking about leave the Democrat plantation, tell me one thing without going back to say that
they freed the slaves.
Yeah, okay. Tell me one thing without mentioning that has changed for black people in the hood under Republican leadership. When does Republican leadership ever? When did the hood ever stop being the hood under Republican leadership? You do realize that the Republican Lord and Savior Ronald Reagan, at the very least, helped keep the drug trade going in the inner city in the 80s, so that he could funnel that money to the Sandinistan guerrillas in Nicaragua, while his wife was simultaneously running a Just Say No campaign. So his wife is telling the youth to just say no to drugs, and he is at the least helping keep the drug trade in the inner city going, so he could take that money, give it to the Sandinistan guerrillas, and then on top of all of that, impose laws that made the penalty for selling, having a little bit of crack cocaine, like giving you 20 years. So then you take the black man out of the community and then turn around and say, well, you know what's wrong with you? You got no fathers in the community. Well, if I was doing 20 years for an ounce of crack, but just say no. So put that off to the side. I don't know, man. And the thing about it is, breaking news: Red Sox extend Xander Bogaerts 7 years, $132 million. The thing about it is that we see a lot of these young people. We see them. We see them when we're out covering games. We see them on Instagram. We see them on Twitter, and a lot of these young people are really good kids, man. They're really good kids. They're really good young men and women. And that's across the board, but I'm particularly talking about the inner city. I think those young people get a bad rap. They're really good young people. A lot of them are charismatic. A lot of them are very smart. But their environment that they're in, frankly, is dangerous. It can be very dangerous. Again, I just told you, down in Canton, man, a young black girl was shot and killed by an 8th grader. And the girl was killed was only 14, so she was probably 8th or 9th grade herself. So you had an 8th grader killing another either 8th or 9th grader. So now she's gone forever, and now this 8th grader that killed her is probably going to be tried as an adult because they want to send a message, and he's going to go to jail. Whoever he or she is going to go to jail for probably the rest of their life, or at least 40 years or so. Now that's two young black lives gone.
That bully incident. What you talking about?
I don't know what I don't know the whole details. There's some girl, the 14-year-old girl who's actually related to my stepmother, was killed in Canton by an 8th grader. I don't know the backstory, crazy. But now she's gone. So that she's gone, and now whoever killed her, I'm presuming they're black. Yeah. And I hate to say that, but I'm presuming they're black. Now they're going to jail for probably another 20, 30, 40 years. So that's two young black lives gone in one shot. We got to stop this, man. And the adults, we need to be the ones to try to get in here and see if we can do something to help save these young people. Because what world are we leaving them? What world are we leaving them? We need to help them try to make this world a better place. Not worse. Because that's the generation that's going to be taking care of us. I don't know, man. I just want it to stop, man. I want this killing to stop. I want the killing to stop. It doesn't make you a man to pull a trigger on a gun. It doesn't make you. You're a coward, actually, because that tells me you're afraid. You're afraid to approach Nipsey Hussle on some man-to-man shit and be like, "What's happening? I got beef. I got a problem. What we gonna do? We gonna talk it out, or we gonna see, or we gonna throw these hands? What we gonna do?" I don't know why that's not acceptable anymore. Is our pride that big where that's not acceptable? Where I can't go to somebody and be like, "Yo, man,
no,
I got beef. Now we gonna either talk it out like men, or we can throw these hands. But at the end of the day, we both gonna go home. One of us one of us probably gonna be beat up, but we both gonna go home."
Bruh, I can't remember the last time I saw a one-on-one fight.
Nope.
Like, honestly, the last time I was in a fight, I was in probably 9th grade. And the reason why I say that is because I don't give anybody any problems anymore. I don't feel like I need to be out here acting hard. Whatever you got to say, you go ahead and say it, because these people are crazy out here.
Yep.
It went from fighting one-on-one, now we going to wait till you alone, we going to jump you. And it went from jumping to now we just going to shoot you.
It's going to shoot you.
It ain't going to be no talking. I'm just going to pull my gun out, and that's going to be it. And I stay away from people.
Yep.
I stay away from people. I hear people talking. I bump into somebody. Excuse me. I ain't mean to bump into you. I ain't got no beef. I don't have no time.
You stepped on my J's.
Yeah, like, yo, who cares?
It's a pair of shoes, bro.
It's a pair of shoes. That costs $200, dude.
Go to the store and get a can of spray it. And
wipe it down. You'll be all right.
You good. It's not that serious.
And it's just... I don't know, man. I don't know. This and like you said, Kev, I haven't listened to not one Nipsey Hussle record. You couldn't ask me, I would not know. But I do know that this man had been through the system. I know he was a part of a gang, and I know he was trying to better himself and better his community and trying to teach kids, yo, I went down that path. You don't need to go down that path. And that alone, to me, is just enough for me to feel like, damn, this is really sad for y'all to take somebody away that wanted to be a positive influence on Black America. It's just annoying, man. It's just terrible.
Somebody in our group just said, and I agree, man. She said, "Our good guys don't get to last. No wonder no one wants to be on the front lines." Damn right. Damn right. Because the good ones are the ones we kill. Y'all walk right past the crack dealers. The ones that's selling somebody's mama crack, you walk right past them. You don't check them. I'm not even saying you don't check them. You don't do nothing. You dap them up and keep it moving. But you kill Nipsey Hussle. You gotta start the music, man. I don't know. And before we end this show, I just want to say I'm dedicating this show and this movement that we on to the memory of my mother, Cheryl Gantlin. Mom, I love you and I miss you so much right now. And I don't know how to really feel about it. I'm just kind of going through the motions, but I'm gonna do everything I can, man, to make sure that your legacy can live through me and through my girls, and they gonna change the world for you. And I'll cry soon. I just don't know when, but I love you, and I'm glad I was able to spend your final moments at your side. And you'll be missed. It's gonna be hard cleaning your house out for sure, but I love you. So rest in peace, Mom. I know you're not suffering no more, and you weren't alone when you went. So I'll get some peace from that. But I just want to dedicate this to you. So rest in peace, my mom, Cheryl. Okay, that's gonna do it. We're gonna get out of here. We'll be back next week. Take us out.
All right. The name of the song is called Shorty by Skynex Beats. This is the Quad Brothers Sports Show on One Unit Media Network.
Love you, Mom.
Skynex sponsors beats. Skynex sponsors beats.